Hello and welcome to 1453 for our side families. I'm so excited. We're going to jump straight in. This is usually the formula that we follow. First, I do all the birthday rolls and we go look at the people as they age up. Then I'm doing all the baby rolls and we go look at them as they age up. The other thing, and then we move all the extra people. The one thing that I haven't been doing is the marriages, the weddings. And I'm not going to take pictures of those because I go into CAS and have them get married in CAS. So I'm not actually going and loading up every household and having them get married that way. Let's go do the birthday rolls. Here we are right here in 1453. We're going to do the same thing we always do, which is start with our oldest. And this year, we have Bianca Neal turning 60, and we're going to see how long. Is she going to live to 70 or is she going to live to 60 something? She has to roll a 5 or a 12 to live. That's it. Those two numbers are the only way she lives. Here we go. Oh, a 6. That's so close to a 5. All right, let's see how long she's going to live. Oh, this year, on her 60th birthday, Bianca Neal is going to die. For the next age group, we have Andre Miller. He has to roll a 6, 9, 14, or 20 to live. Let's go. No, a 1. Okay, Andre Miller is going to live to be 56 years old. Here is Andre Miller. All right, turning 40, we have Pugsley Hammond and Quigley Neal. They have to roll a 1 to 9 to live. So Pugsley Hammond is going to go first, and he lives. Great. Here is Pugsley Hammond. And then we have Quigley Neal, who also lives. Wow, cool. Here is Quigley Neal. Okay, one of our largest groups of people who are aging up are our 30-year-olds. Now, if there are married women in this group, this is the age where they stop being able to have children. But they need to roll an 8 or higher, and we're going to start with Lancaster Smith. 8 or higher, yes, he lives. Here is Lancaster Smith. And Grayson Hayward lives. Here is Grayson Hayward. And then Faith Beauregard lives. Here is Faith Beauregard. Next is Marina Stone. Oh, she dies in 2 years. So she's going to live to be 32. Here is Marina Stone. All right, then we have Sarazi Price. She lives. Then we have Travis Whitlock, who dies in this year. Okay, then we have Francis Carroll. He dies, oh my gosh, in 6 years. Here is Francis Carroll. Then we have Mary Gambino. She lives. Here is Mary Gambino. And then our last one is Julianne Ash, who also lives. Here is Julianne Ash. Okay, then we move to the 20-year-olds. We will not be popping their pictures up because they don't change at all when they turn 20. They have to avoid a 3, 7, or 19. We're going to start with Bianca Neal. She lives. Then we have Rebecca Miller, who lives. I'm not going to roll for River, who lives in our main house. He is our heir. We'll roll for him when we play the main house. Neville Henry is next, and he lives. Then Winston Elmore lives. Mark McCarthy lives. Dominic Lechin lives. And Mitsu Asukai lives. All of them. Great. All right, now it's time for our teens. We don't have that many, and we'll just be rolling here for their birthday, and then we'll go over and roll the rest when we get there. For their birthday, they just have to avoid an 18. We're going to start off with Jasmine Smith. She lives. All right, Jasmine Smith is a goofball and neat, and apparently she's grim as well. And she's loyal. All right, there are 16. We will generate 14. So if that's 16, that's 15. That means Star Wars. And there are 2 of those. So number 2, she's going to be a galactic pirateer. Privateer? I think it's a pirate. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It just means she's going to join a traveling troupe. So we got to go take her picture and get her out of those clothes. I don't even know what she looks like. Oh, here's what she looks like. She's cute. All right, here's Jasmine. Let's first see when she's going to get married in 4 years. And then let's see when she joins the exploring troupe. Wow, in 20 years, if she's still alive. Then we go to Ada Smith. She lives. All right, here's Ada. She is a green fiend and a klepto. Everybody's putting on, oh no, that's a skirt. And her last one is macabre. Oh, wow. All right. We don't have any extra role about macabre, so if anybody has any thoughts about what that should do to somebody's life, I mean, maybe it doesn't do anything. It just means they're embracing their inner darkness. So we are doing a number 1 to 16. We're starting at the bottom this time. So number 1 is down here. That means this is 15. And there are 3 options. Again, we will start at the end. 1, 2, 3, and it's number 1. So, bodybuilder is what she wants to do. But that means that we can just roll for her to get married. Oh, it's a 2, so that means in 3 years she'll get married. All right, we'll go with this. Here is Ada Smith. Then we have Barnabas Lothario, who lives. All right, here's Barnabas. He's a dog lover and an adventurer, or adventurous, and an art lover. He's looking very posh over here in his little profile picture. All right, we start from the top this time. Number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's going to be a cooking one, and we have 4 options. Number 2. Expert nectar maker. So nothing that he has is going to affect him at all. So we just can roll for his wedding when he's going to get married. All right. He's going to get married in 14 years. All right. Here's Barnabas Lothario getting married in 14 years. And Parker Anderson lives. All right. Parker Anderson is already macabre and now he's proper. Wow. And he's also perfectionist. All right, we're starting from the back. 1 to 16, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's food. We went from the opposite direction and got food twice in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Master mixologist. Nice. I think he already has gray hair. And we don't have anything that's stopping us from rolling for his wedding. So let's see when he will be getting married. 11 years. And here is Parker Anderson. And finally, Benjamin Elmore lives. Here is Benjamin. He loves the outdoors and he's jealous. Okay. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe he aged up as a gnome. He also is a slob. Dude. All right. 1 to 16. And we're going from the top this time. And we got a 4. Oh gosh. Deviance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh. A 4 again? Why is it not rolling? Okay, it was rolling. Chief of Mischief is what we got for the 4. Chief of Mischief gives us nothing. He's just ridiculous to be around, probably. Now let's go see what he looks like, and we'll roll and see when he's going to get married. All right, gets married. Ooh, in 3 years, because he rolled a 1. Oh my gosh, look at him. Take this off. What does he look like? Oh, there he is. I think he'll look so much better with some facial hair. I'm going to give him just like a little bit of scruff. All right, there we go. Maybe it's the eyebrows. His eyebrows are so small. Maybe that's better. All right, here he is. Benjamin Elmore getting married in 3 years. All right, now we're doing our toddlers to children, and we're going to start with Maverick Miller. There's 2 numbers to avoid, and he did, so he lives. All right, here's Maverick Miller. And then we have Anthony Beauregard, who lives. Here is Anthony Beauregard. And we have Price Whalen, who lives. Here is Price Whalen. Next is Sally Drake, who lives. Here is Sally Drake. I had to check and see if she was wearing makeup, and she's not. Then we have Karen Wardmark, who lives. Oh my gosh, I was thinking for the teens, 18 is when they die, but no, 18 is safe over here. Here is Karen Wardmark, another magic user. Okay, then we have Art Hudson. He lives. Here is Art Hudson. Next, we have Amaya Price. She lives. Here's Amaya Price. Then we have Philip Wardmark, who lives. Here is Philip Wardmark. Purple eyes. We have Bianca Burgess, who lives. Next up is Hannah Elmore, who lives. Here is Hannah Elmore. And finally, Winifred Roon, who lives. Wow, I cannot believe they all lived. Here is Winifred Roon. All right, finally, we have our infants becoming toddlers, and there are 5 numbers they need to avoid. We're going to start it out with our twins. Hudson Smith is first. He lives. Here is Hudson Smith, and his twin brother, Harrison Smith, also lives. And his twin brother, Harrison. They're both clingy. Next, we have Viviana Gregory. She lives. Viviana Gregory is also clingy. Then we have Quincy Whitlock, who lives. And here is Quincy Whitlock. Then we have Price Ash, who dies. And he's going to live for 1 more year. And here is Price Ash. Beautiful. Then we have Miller Griffin, who lives. And here is Miller Griffin. And another set of twins. First, we have Frida Smith, who lives. Here is Frida Smith. And her twin brother, Caspian Smith, also lives. And repeating twins being clingy, this is Caspian Smith. Then we have Dahlia Woodclan, who lives. Here is Dahlia Woodclan, a little magic user. And then the last one is Catherine Bell, and she lives. And finally, here's Catherine Bell. That went so well that I'm so worried about the babies. But let's go there next. Okay, it's baby time. I just wanted to show y'all. In the last episode, the last year that I did this, I had babies all the way to right here. And I drew a line, and this box was all the babies. This is how many other babies we're going to have this time. So this year is definitely more babies than last year. So now this is how big the box is for this year, and we will see what it looks like for next year. Now, if this is the first time you're seeing this, each one of these women are having their babies on this date in 1453. So you can see 4 in January, 4 in February, 5 in March. This is outrageous. These people are all having birthdays on the first, are all having babies on the first day of the year. So what I have done in the past and what I will do is first I'm going to roll for the mom and for the baby and see if they live or not. And then I have just a yes or no over here as to whether or not the baby lived. Then I will go to their actual house, have the baby, and we know they lived. If the baby doesn't live, I'm not wasting our time, my time, your time, loading up each one of these houses, having babies, killing the babies, all that kind of stuff. So I'm just rolling ahead of time for everybody, and then we'll go over and do the births. So First is Christina Brown. We roll for mom, she lives, and then we roll for the baby, which is all odd numbers plus 8, 10, or 20. So we get to say yes, Christina Brown's baby lives. All right, Christina Brown. Oh, I'm not even on her. Christina is having her baby, and her husband is already in the house, ready to go. It looks like they already have all their names used. It's a boy. Over here in the suggested names, I don't know why I didn't just write up here what letter we're on, but I'm pretty sure that we're on V. That's at least where we're going to go. So here's boys' names that start with a V. We have Virgil. However, they live in Scotland, and we do have some Scottish names. Let's see what we have. Cade and Camden. So why don't we just go with Cade then? So we have Cade Brown. Anybody want to share any Scottish names? We apparently need them. Cade is Sunny. Here is Cade Brown. Then we have Odette Oak having a baby, and Odette is going to die. Let's roll for the baby, and the baby is going to die. I'm pretty sure they just got married and have only had maybe 1 or 2 kids. So I just thought I would show you Odette and Gideon since you're not going to get to see them in the game. They did have Gideon and Andre before she died. So they have 2 boys. They're both alive as of 1453. So even though Odette is dying, her husband and the 2 boys will still be alive. All right. Mary Gambino lives and her baby dies. Margaret Betts lives and her baby dies. Oh my goodness. Okay, Hope Goodwin lives and her baby lives. Okay, well, Hope has her child stuck to her and she's trying to give birth. Okay, good. She put him down. Now she can give birth. It's a boy, and I think we already have a Barnabas. So we do have a Barnabas, and her maiden name is Croft. I think Croft is a weird name. So we are over here in the suggested names, and we're still on the V's. So we'll go down here. I think, what did I say? Virgil? Virgil is our only V. So we also need some English V names if y'all want to suggest any. So we'll go with Virgil Goodwin. I feel like we already had a Virgil Goodwin at some point, but that's okay. 1 boy, and he lived. He is cautious, and he has brown hair like mom. Here is Virgil Goodwin. Wonderful. Crystal Wood lives, and her baby lives. All right, Godfrey and Crystal have already had 2 children, and both of them have died. One was stillborn, and the other one just rolled to die on her birthday. So no babies in their house, but they're also in the alphabet. Although I was thinking if it's a boy, we'll name him Miller Wood, and if it's a girl, we'll be on the alphabet in the W's. All right. It's a boy. Okay, so we'll do Miller Wood, which is her maiden name. Oh, they had twins. We need another Elm. Maxwell, Miller, and Maxwell. Yeah, I like it. Aw, so we have to roll for Maxwell. So Miller for sure lives, but we have to roll for her to give birth to twins, and we have to roll for the babies, the second baby. All right, this is for her. She lived to give birth to the second baby. Now her for multiples, she lives. And now the second baby, anything that's odd or 8, 10, or 20, the other baby lives as well. So they had twin boys. How cute. All right, Miller has blonde hair like mom, and Maxwell has red hair like dad. Miller is sunny, and Maxwell is cautious. Here is Miller with his beautiful purple eyes. And here's Maxwell with his beautiful blue eyes. For Leah Miller, she lives and her baby dies. This is the last baby for Faith Beauregard, and she lives, and the baby lives 8, 10, or 20. All right, Faith Beauregard is having her last baby, and it's a boy. We are definitely in the alphabet. They have had Gerard, Bryce, Lloyd, and Anthony. Oh, and Kendrick. Those are all the boys they have had. So we're going to go with W, and I like Watson. I don't know that we've done Watson before. So we're going to go with Watson Beauregard. Watson is Wiggly. Wiggly Watson. And it looks like he has red hair like his mom. Here is Watson Beauregard. The last of the Beauregard family for right now. They have lots of boys, so. For Aylin Elmore, she lives and her baby dies. For Krishna Darkwood, this is her last baby. She lives and her baby dies. Ugh, felt like that barely even rolled. Okay, for Vivian Henry, she lives and her baby lives. For Adele Hayward, she lives and her baby dies. This is looking very balanced, I guess, at the moment. Actually, we have 2 more deaths than we have live, so hopefully it'll even out. It's supposed to be mostly even with a little bit more chances for a yes than a no. Okay, Pauline Miller lives and her baby lives. All right, this is Cable Miller, who has been born, but none of my microphone was not turned on, so we missed the actual birth, but it's their first baby and they're part of the traveling troupe. He is a magic user, like his dad. Baby Cable. Viviana Gregory, she's over in France and she lives and her baby lives. All right, Viviana Gregory is having their second baby. So if it's a boy, it'll be David. If it's a girl, it's going to be named after David's mom, which I will have to go look it up and see. But we're just happy. Oh, it's David. We're just happy that anybody in the Red family is alive. So David Gregory. He is sunny and he has dark hair like his dad. And here's David Gregory, a magic user. Marina Stone is having her first and last baby, and she lives and her baby lives. And here is Marina, and she's having their first baby. This is also her last baby. Oh my gosh, and a rooster is dying. But if it's a girl, it'll be Marina, and if it's a boy, it'll be Orion. Orion needs to get up here. It's a girl. So we have Marina Stone. I was kind of hoping she would have multiples because this is the only baby that just had a vampire symbol above its head. Do we have vampires here? Oh my gosh. Is there something weird on this whatever? Well, she's got blonde hair, white hair like her mom, and she's sensitive. Oh my gosh, somebody else died. Her plumb bob looks normal, so I guess she doesn't have anything wrong with her, or not wrong with her, but any occult. And here she is, her beautiful purple eyes matching her purple outfit. Their one and only child. Christina Lechin is having her first baby. She lives and her baby lives as well. 8, 10, or 20 are our only even numbers. Okay, so it's been a while since we've had someone who was a villainous Valentine. So the way we worked this out was that every time it's time for her to have a baby, she will have a baby, but every other pregnancy is going to be with somebody who's not her husband. So right now, this is Christina right here. Oh, I didn't change her name when she got married. Hold on. Okay, so what I do is when I'm going in here to get her pregnant, I go to pregnancy and I say pregnancy start and I look at the options. Now, the bad news is this is actually her grandfather and the game doesn't know that. Or it does know that, but I don't know why it's putting him in here. And then this is her husband. So we need her to have more options for who can get her pregnant. So usually what that means is I actually have her travel and just go to a nearby community lot, which we don't really have any. Could we go to the Bluffs? Okay, that's what we'll do. I'll send her to the Bluffs. I mean, what other place to go have a torrid affair? And then we will just see who the options are that are available. And anybody that I know is related to her, I'm not going to pick, but it's not going to do anything as far as the game is concerned. It would just be icky if we knew who it was and that they were connected. Anyway, there's not anybody here yet, but we're going to walk over here and maybe light a fire, and then maybe more people will start to show up. All right, now we have lots of options. So Aiken Lost is part of the purple family, but probably not closely related to her. Alexander Blackburn is part of the blue family, and his wife recently died. So maybe we can say he is like wanting some comfort. Joseph is married to a vampire. Maybe we don't mess with Joseph. So I'm going to say Alexander Blackburn is who is going to get her pregnant this time. All right, so here we go, having the baby. And her whole family lives here. So her little sister's in here. She's just the oldest one that's gotten married so far. So it'll be Dominic if it's a boy, and it's going to be Christina if it's a girl. It's another boy. Oh my gosh. We have had so many boys this time. Oh gosh, the baby's hair is black, but I forgot that so is Dad's, because Alexander Blackburn's hair is black as well. So, oh, an intense baby boy. Okay, so the next baby will be Dominic's, and then we'll do the same thing we did next time for the next baby, and so on and so forth. That's how we do it when they're villainous Valentines. All right, here's Dominic Lachin. Okay, Taya Whitlock is having her last baby. She lives, and her baby dies. Julian Ash is having her last baby. She lives, and her baby lives. Oh my gosh, y'all. Okay, so this is their last baby, and this is Julian and Tomkin Ash. And I was coming over here to see about names. So we've already used her maiden name, which was Price, and both of their first names. And this baby, Price, the only one who's alive right now, rolled to die earlier. If y'all remember, we aged him up, and he rolled to die. So this is legitimately their last baby, and this baby lived, but we are in the alphabet. Julian, Tomkin, and her maiden name have all been used. So we're over here, and technically we're on X's, but I'm right over here going to write X, Y, and Z, because those are always hard names. Actually, X and Z is what I'm going to put that we're on when we get there. That's just a reminder to myself. And then, because Y names are not difficult to use. So anyway, we are in the alphabet for them. And I'm so sad about little Price, who's going to be dying next year. Oh, he's down here with his dad. And Mom is having a baby. A girl. All right, let's see what we have over here for names. We have Xandra and Zyomara, which we have used. We also have Xochitl, which is definitely not an English name, even though it's over here in the English names. So we could just skip it and go to the Ys, because I see we have Ys, but we also have Zs as well. So maybe we do Zelda, because we don't have very many Ys that we haven't used before, but I don't think we've used Zelda at all. So we're going to do that. Zelda Ash. Zelda Ash, baby girl, just one. Oh, and she has dark hair like Mom, so neither one of the kids who lived got Dad's blonde hair. She's sensitive as well. Here she is, Zelda Ash. All right, Florence Burgess. She lives, and her baby dies. I'm going to scoot us up. We're getting closer to the bottom. Okay, Tilda Dale. She lives, and her baby dies. Oh, we were doing really well with all these yeses up here. Okay, Kristen Miller lives, and her baby lives. All right, I told you we would be back to this Miller house for Xander's wife, Kristen, to give birth. So here goes Kristen wearing a new piece of CC that I got. It's probably too fancy, but I really like it, so. It's a girl, finally a girl. Okay, so her name's going to be Kristen like her mom. Oh, she's going to have white hair, sensitive. And here is Kristen Miller. And then we have Katie Griffin. Oh no, Katie dies and her baby lives though. Odd numbers live. Katie rolled to die in childbirth. And she's had 3 children so far. They've all been boys. So if it's a girl, it's going to be Katie. If it's a boy, we are in the alphabet and we are circling. Well, we will look. If it's a boy, we'll look at the XYZs, or the X and the Y at least. We found a girl Z. Oh, it is a boy. Always with the boys. So let's see what we have. We have Xavier and Xander, which we've used to death. We have a Y Imbert. So I don't know if that is pronounced Imbert or Yimbert or what. Then we have Zion, Zachary, and Zephyrin, which we've already used a Z. So I think we're going to go back around to the A's. And I don't know that we've used Alexander before. I don't think we've used Archibald either, but we're going to go with Alexander this time. And then we will, maybe next time we get to A's, we'll pick Archibald. But I need to go through and compare the list of names that we've already used and kind of like, because right here I have a list that says babies lived. And that was supposed to be a list of everybody that I had used. Like when I used their name, I put them over here. But that's not exactly what I've been doing anymore, so that I don't have unused names. Anyway, I need to work on organizing the names, but we're going to go with Alexander for this baby boy. Alexander Griffin. Wonderful. One more boy in their house who lived. And then unfortunately, like I said, Katie has rolled to die. Alexander looking white like a ghost over here. All right. Unfortunately, like what? She died right beside the baby. Grim is here. Everybody's crying and witnessing the death. We have 2 toddlers in this house, and we're about to have we have Edgar and we have Miller. Miller's outside over here. Come in here, babe. And then baby Alexander. Oh my gosh, he can't get over here to the baby to age up the baby. Look at that. He's like, I can't get over there till Grim gets out of the way. That's awful. All right, there goes Katie. He's laying in the bed, crying it out. Come on, babe. We got one more baby to handle over here. And I'll look and see who Katie's family was. I know it's her mom was Katie Miller. And so maybe we move this man and his 3 boys back in with Katie's mom. Oh, we got a calm little baby. Oh my gosh, he's just crying. Oh, he's got brown hair like mom. And here is Alexander Griffin. That's awful. All right. Frida Smith lives and her baby dies. Then we have Melina Wardmark having her last baby. She lives and her baby lives. And now we have Melina Wardmark having her last baby. I see a bunch of girls around here. I need to go look and see what kids they've had so far. It's another girl. All right, so they had a boy, 2 boys, Archer and Castor, and they've both died. And then they have Karen, Melina, and Sabrina. And now we're in the B's. We have Blanca, Blythe, Bella, Barbetta, Brunhilde, and Bethany. I think we go Blanca. I don't know that we've done a Blanca. That doesn't sound familiar. I mean, maybe we have, but we're going to go Blanca Wardmark. All right, Blanca. Oh gosh, I want to say Bianca already. Blanca, just one baby, one more girl. And mom's not dying. She just is too old to have any more babies now. And so far, all of the babies have mom's hair. Oh, and so does the new one. So dad is nowhere to be seen in any of their hair genetics anyway. Sunny baby girl. Here she is, Blanca Wardmark. Jasmine Smith also having her last baby. She lives and her baby dies. Well, all right. Then we have Daisy Willett. She lives and her baby lives. All right. Daisy is having their next baby. They have had so many kids. They have one who has lived. A boy. So they had a boy, Dolphus. They had another boy named Drake and Darius and Ulrich. They had so many boys and they've all died. Only Daisy is alive. So we are over here in the C's for our boy. And we have Canyon, Clements, Cuthbert, Castor, Clark, Cordell, Kerr, I guess is how you say CYR, Connor, and Conrad. So I know we've done Clement I don't know about Clemens. I don't think we've done Cuthbert, but I really don't know that I want to do Cuthbert. I think I'm going to go with Clark. I think we have done Clark. So maybe I go with Cordell. Cordell is what I'm going to go with. Cordell Willett. Just one baby. They had triplets before. Just one this time. And it looks like he's got his dad's hair. And he's cautious. Here is Cordell Willett. Such a cutie. Isabella Wardmark lives, and her baby lives. All right, this is the first baby here. This is actually the first baby born in Spain. I have a medieval Spanish. I didn't put Spanish. I put medieval Sulani because I wanted it to kind of go on the beach, like match the beach vibes, which it looks like maybe they work on boats here in this house. But anyway, we're going to split this up. Oh, it's a boy. I didn't even go through and say what I was going to say. Anyway, this is Saul, named after his dad. This is their first baby. And Isabella, okay, just one baby. And they're going to live in this one. And then the next family that moves here is going to move in and live on this side. And then the last family can live on that side. That way we can have 3 different families living on this one lot in Spain. All right, so let's get the baby aged up. Saul is sensitive. All right, here is Saul Wardmark, our first kid to grow up in Spain. Then we have Lynn Fraser, who lives, and her baby lives. Nice. All right, so this house was messed up when Lynn, look at him walking through that wall, walking through the fence like it doesn't exist. Anyway, when Lynn was here trying to give birth, oh my gosh, it wouldn't work, but I moved the baby bed outside and it's still not trying to work. What? Like, I don't know where to put this bed. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put this in the inventory and bulldoze the lot. All right, so clearly I've got to fix something that's wrong with this lot and put a new place to live. But right now, Lynn is trying to have her first baby. So Lynn is married to John Fraser over here, and they're having their first baby. So it's either going to be Lynn or John. It's a girl. So we have Lynn Fraser. Very good. Baby girl, Lynn. Oh, and I can't see if she's got brown hair like mom or blonde hair like dad. But she's sunny. She has brown hair like mom. Here we go, Lynn Fraser. Here's Ginevra from our main house. Y'all just saw that she just got married and she lives. Oh my gosh, we've had such bad luck at that main house with people dying, so I was worried. And her baby dies. We've also had a lot of bad luck with our babies. Clara Miller dies and her baby lives. All right, Clara and Virgil are having their first baby, so either Clara or Virgil will be the name of this baby, and then Clara has to die. Clara, we only had one, oh my gosh, we only had one baby, one accidental twin this time. And here's Clara dying, and Clara is sunny. Oh gosh, this man is hysterical. Why are you hysterical? Your wife just died. Come mourn your wife. He just got married and he just had a baby and then he had, yeah. Please don't die. I'm not sure if I have the deaths turned off. Stop being hysterical. Oh my gosh, let me get out of here. Here is Clara Miller. So we lost 3 moms in childbirth this year. And we had a total of 30 babies born and 17 of them lived. And 13 of them died. So just a little over 50%, which should be exactly what it is based on our chances. Okay, so let's go talk about who needs to be moved and where they're going. Okay, I wasn't recording when I thought I was, but we have moved in Tilda Betts and her husband Elias Dale. So Tilda Dale and her husband Elias have now moved in with our traveling troupe. I'm going to have to split them up in some kind of way pretty soon. But for now, they all fit in the house and that's where they all are. The other thing that I need to do is move Marcus Klein to a monastery and move Adam Hammond to Spain. Moving Adam to Spain is probably going to be easier because Marcus Klein is supposed to live here with Lynn, his mom, but I don't know where he is. This was the son, Marcus, right here, married Lynn, and their son, Marcus, has already died as a teenager in battle. Oh, he died at war. Okay, so that's why he will not be joining a monastery. So I just need to go find Adam Hammond and move him to Spain. All right, Bartholomew Hammond has Bartholomew, Adam, there he is, Jackson, Bartholomew, okay. Adam, here we go. So until they start having babies, Xavier Miller's house, we're going to move Adam in here with them. And then I think one of them is going to get married soon, Xavier or Clement, and people will start moving at that point. But for now, he has moved to Spain. And that is everything that we needed to do today. It was a lot of stuff, and it took me a really long time to film this, so thank you for your patience because I wanted to have this up earlier than I did. If you have made it all the way through here, leave me an emoji that is just a wave, right? So you're just waving at me. If you want to leave a wave for Spain, like a water wave, do that. If you want to leave a hand waving to say hi, do that as well. Either one of them. Whatever kind of wave you are feeling like doing today. And I will get these last few people right here, get their spouses moved in, and everything will be all set up and ready for 1454, which we'll be filming 1453 in our main house next, and then doing side families for 1454. But I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.